representatives of truth. The champions of truth are hardest to find, not when it is dangerous to tell it, but rather when it is boring. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. The distance between insanity and genius is measured only by success. Most everything you think you know about me is nothing more than memories. I ought to go upright and vital and speak the rude truth in all ways. If you can convince people that freedom is injustice, they will then believe that slavery is freedom. It takes greater faith to dance in the dark than to rest in light. No matter who you are, no matter what you did, no matter where you've come from, you can always change, become a better version of yourself. The elevator to success is out of order. You'll have to use the stairs one step at a time. If you're not failing every now and again, it's a sign you're not doing anything very innovative. Start by doing what is necessary, then what is possible, and suddenly you are doing the impossible. You have to rise above the squabbling and chaos and keep believing. You have to always keep your goals in mind. The secret of life is honesty and fair dealing. If you can fake that, you've got it made. Through all of living, have much joy and laughter. Life is to be enjoyed, not just endured. Live and act within the limit of your knowledge and keep expanding it to the limit of your life. I believe that words are strong, that they can overwhelm what we fear when fear seems more awful than life is good. What is considered impossible is someone else's opinion. What is possible is my decision. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. But understanding will always require some effort. You probably wouldn't admire a friend who was good at everything if it cost her no effort. It's more than a bath, it's a transformative experience. You're searching for buoyancy in the soul and spring in your step. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise, seek what they sought. Good people are good because they've come to wisdom through failure. We get very little wisdom from success, you know. What a large volume of adventures may be grasped within the span of his little life by him who interests his heart in everything. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. This thought strengthened in me my belief that all men, without exception, deserve to be pitied, if only because they are alive. I want to keep my dreams, even bad ones, because without them, I might have nothing all night long. Listen with curiosity, speak with honesty, act with integrity. If you need something from somebody, always give that person a way to hand it to you. A dead thing can go with the stream, but only a living thing can go against it. Love drips like honey from the hive, constant, sweet, precious, into your heart each and every moment if you let it. What is too absurd to be believed is believed because it is too absurd to be a lie. Nobody is exempt from the trials of life, but everyone can always find something positive in everything, even in the worst of times. Closed in a room, my imagination becomes the universe, and the rest of the world is missing out. An item is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it. If you are not the hero of your own story, then you're missing the whole point of your humanity. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Brilliance is impossible without a touch of insanity. An intelligent man is one who acknowledges his intelligence as that of those who surround him. Live your life as a curious student, and you will discover how fascinating it is. A daily dose of daydreaming heals the heart, soothes the soul, and strengthens the imagination. With one day's reading, a man may have the key in his hands. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Don't spend time beating on a wall, hoping to transform it into a door. Maybe you're a firework. Come on, show him what you're worth. Firework. I always knew, on some level, that I wouldn't live long. It's simply not written in my stars. Chanel is an institution, and you have to treat an institution like a whore, and then you get something out of her. Mr. Franz, I think careers are a 20th century invention, and I don't want one. I drink a cup of sunlight every morning to brighten myself. It is this belief in a power larger than myself and other than myself which allows me to venture into the unknown and even the unknowable. In a world chasing trends, find solace in the everlasting embrace of authenticity and pure happiness. He who would learn to fly one day must first learn to walk and run and climb and dance. One cannot fly into flying. My life has been one great big joke, a dance that's walked, a song that spoke. I laugh so hard I almost choke when I think about myself. Never curse a fall. The ground is where humility lives. There must always be a remedy for wrong and injustice if we only know how to find it. Try it before you doubt it, because it might just be for you. When you stop complaining about others for not helping you and focus on your efforts, there's no stopping you. You have to teach your heart and mind how to sing together. Then you'll hear the sound of your soul. It takes drive and focus to move from potential to reality. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be someone. Now I realize I should have been more specific. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. If you can't enjoy what you have, you can't enjoy more of it. Everything will be all right in the end, so if it is not all right, it is not the end. Miss Abbott, don't worry over me. Some people are born not to do things. I'm one of them. The end may justify the means as long as there is something that justifies the end. Play around. Dive into absurdity and write. Take chances. You will succeed if you are fearless of failure. Dogs are not our whole life, but they make our lives whole. If you can dream it, you have the innate ability to make it a reality in your life. Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside while still alive. Never surrender. But this wealth of information produced little or no insight. Look at the sky tonight. All the stars have a reason. Don't worry about the negative people may say about you. Learn from it and move on. Don't be scared to live your life without judgment. I wonder if that's how darkness wins, by convincing us to trap it inside ourselves, instead of emptying it out. I don't want it to win. You're never given a dream without also being given the power to make it true. When a thing is funny, search it carefully for a hidden truth. Don't only practice your art, but force your way into its secrets, for it and knowledge can raise men to the divine. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. Often, it's not about becoming a new person, but becoming the person you were meant to be, and already are, but don't know how to be. The teacher who is indeed wise does not bid you to enter the house of his wisdom, but rather leads you to the threshold of your mind. Memories were short and history unkind. It was the way of the world. The state is that great fiction by which everyone tries to live at the expense of everyone else. You rely too much on brain. The brain is the most overrated organ. You never know who you're inspiring or uninspiring. People notice more than you think. People say that life is the thing, but I prefer reading. Remember how far you've come, and you won't have to rely on a destiny for your future. It will come on your own. I prefer you to make mistakes in kindness than work miracles in unkindness. People can change anything they want to, and that means everything in the world. The best index to a person's character is how he treats people who can't do him any good. and how he treats people who can't fight back. You may lie with your mouth, but with the mouth you make as you do, so you nonetheless tell the truth. What is important is not what you hear said, it's what you observe. Sometimes change was good. Sometimes it was even exactly what you needed. Man is but a reed, the most feeble thing in nature, but he is a thinking reed. Wisdom is being able to see the world for what it is, rather than what you want it to be. This is what comes of having a heart, even a very small and young one. It causes no end of trouble, and that's the truth. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. Spirituality is a normalized state of persistent personal growth achieved in harmony with others. Be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. Mistake is made for man. Don't be stressed about the little mistakes you make, as far as you don't repeat the same mistake.